Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking. And we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022. And we are very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this same DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank you, and may God bless Biafrans.
A couple of days ago, the presidential candidate of the ruling APC party has come out to say that he believes that certain things that have taken place, such as the redesign of the Naira, are designed to sabotage his campaign and his bid for the presidency. I wonder what your reaction to that is.
I'm not sure if that is correct. I'm not sure if that is not a defense. We were very suspicious of that statement because all what we know, we have seen president, we have seen all other ministers and everybody go around to campaign for him or for their party. Now, for him to come and make this statement, it looks to me like ridiculous. And then
welcome, 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 welcome. I don't know about how they see well. I know they see well, so that's why I the only camera they were molding. But anyway, we are back again. I should say they are back again. They are back with their shenanigans, right? They are back with their shenanigans, but most importantly, we are eating it up. Eating that shit up.
Who founded Facebook? The co-founder of Facebook was Eduardo Luis Sabirin, born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, of Jewish Brazilian ancestry. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, was a migrant from South Africa. He owns SpaceX and now X, formerly Twitter. I can name names. Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, is worth over $30 billion. He's of Russian background. Rupert Murdoch, the chief executive of News Corp, is of Australian descent. Madeleine Albright, who became the United States Secretary of State, was of Czech origin. Steve Chen, the co-founder of YouTube, is originally from Taiwan. Immigrants build nations and immigrants build civilizations. One of the men in the front seat here has a thriving business in Namibia. He lived in Australia for over a decade, adding value to the Australian economy. Hence, there is a need for us to respect and cherish immigrants. Migrants are the source of life in all societies. Rishi Sunak, the former British Prime Minister, is originally from India. A very brilliant young man. He never denigrated his nation of ancestry, nor poured venoms on India. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Labour or Conservative Party. We are proud of her, in spite of her efforts at denigrating her nation of origin. She is entitled to her own opinions. She has even every right to remove the Kemi from her name. But that does not underscore the fact that the greatest black nation on earth is the nation called Nigeria. 1 out of every 4 black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will surpass the United States, will be the 3rd most populous nation on earth. 1 out of every 3 black men will be a Nigerian.
I don't understand, man. The more I listen to that video, the more hungry I get, I should say. I mean, what sense does it even make? From the story, I mean, I understand it's trying to score a point. It's trying to create that whatever that we are doing right now. It's all distraction. I get that. I give it to him. He won, right? I mean, to some extent, your aim has been accomplished, right? Because overnight, we'll begin to talk of shit that doesn't matter to anybody. But the two people in the arena, which is Vice President himself, who, as we speak, I don't know why they feel sleep based on the issue of tax bill being heavily against by his own people. So, as a second man in command, how do you even stomach that, knowing that that is the policy that the whole presidency is hinged on, knowing that if you even stand a chance at all to move up the ladder, that's the foundation, right? But for some reason, in order for you to blow up the steam, take off the pressure and all that, take off the attention, there's a need for you to create a narrative out there that has nothing or little to do with our national interest, right? So from that perspective, I don't understand. Then the example is using, man, mentioning on other people. What the heck, man? I mean, what are you thinking? Like, what's your point of going all the way to be mentioning other personalities that we can't even relate to? That even put our country by their own side by side, our stories are different. So it behooves me when I see when it go that route. It's a very cheap example if you want to give. But again, I understand the game have played. But another thing again that just came to my attention why I just see so make I make I laugh. Make I laugh more. I don't know, I'm trying to download this video so I'll play it, but you know what? Okay, how far? I did far. So let's listen to Sheon. I like Sheon. Sheon my guy. But I totally disagree with him on this one.
I can never learn it. You know, that we are proud of her. I want to use this to say that on behalf of the MOP and all right-thinking Nigerians, you know, that respect their ancestors and respect themselves, we are not proud of that woman.
I don't understand. It's not a matter.
We are not proud of her because we have what is called self-respect. This woman insults our ancestry. This woman said we should pay Europeans for colonizing us.
I know they pay already.
We should pay them.
I know they pay already.
For all the atrocities that they committed in our land.
Oh my God.
That we should pay them. This woman open her mouth. Somebody that African government should come outside and ban her from coming to Africa. They should sanction her. If we see her leg. Do you think any Jew in this world, I'm telling you, Noam Chomsky.
Oh man, Noam Chomsky, man, that's my teacher right there.
Google these two names. These are persona non grata in Israel, and they are two of the world's most famous Jews.
In fact,
two of the world's most intellectual Jews,
most successful. Fact.
But they do not support Israel's action.
Fact.
And they criticize. For that reason, said persona, even though they were doing it for the right reason, yet our own vice president come outside. She even dropped the Kemi from her name. We are proud of her.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. President going that low, but
because she is the epitome of what they all hope to be. How can you be proud of somebody that is looking down on Nigeria if you yourself do not look down on Nigeria?
Agreed. That's what it is. Man, when somebody show you who or she is, take on. How are you?
Explain to us. How can you be proud of somebody
Okay.
that not only looks down on your country, looks down on your ancestors, on the collective history and experiences of all African people? You say you are proud of such a person. Are you proud of Nigeria then? What are you proud of? You are proud that you have achieved in white society. She has achieved for whiteness, meaning all you people are proud of is to achieve in whiteness. That no matter what you say or do to Nigerians or African people, as long as you have achieved in whiteness, we are proud of you. Achieve in whiteness, so we can be proud of you. That's what our Vice President is doing. That's what all these government officials are doing. They are achieving for whiteness. So far you have achieved for whiteness, we are proud of you. Anything you like about Nigeria, go ahead and say anything you like about Africans, go and say anything you like about what our ancestors went through, the suffering that we endured. We are proud of you. That is a shameful statement today. And whenever it was made, this video going around, I saw it on BBC, I almost entered the ground. What is there to be proud of? The party she is leading, are you proud of that party because it is helping African people or Nigerian people achieve in UK? That's the party that is making things hard for Nigerians in the UK, making things hard for immigrants in the UK. But you are proud of her. Yeah. We We have not come outside to say you are proud of Shore before, or Sheon Kuti, or those of us that criticize Nigeria too. But we are criticizing Nigeria for the right reason and trying to be with our people. We are enemies. They are proud. I said it that last week. I can't believe I'm vindicated so quickly. Go and look at my video about the Davido issue and all those things I brought up. This is exactly what I said. I used Davido to compare this woman. That all of them are castigating Davido. Nobody has castigated that woman. Only for them to now come out and say they are proud of her. They are proud. They fear. They don't feel yaba. Because if as she talk, any of the way talk, she go, oh, all the money they hide for England. All that their house they don't buy for England. They know say right now all the Nigerian elite, anything Kemi talk, now yes man. Yes man. The behavior of criminals. Only criminal will have no dignity. Yeah. Because they don't say if they talk, anything she talk, if they talk pin, if they talk pin, if they talk pin, they will seize all their house, seize all their money, ask Abramovich. They know be a pin. Kemi is in a position now to launch any kind of investigation to war.
Wait, Abi, maybe hold on. I hope the video that I just played actually serve the purpose. Maybe say now let me hear which side it off. Actually, wait.
Achieve in whiteness.
Oh,
That no
okay.
matter what you say,
Okay. Now, I just that video. See the energy that was invested in that video, all wrapped up with emotions, right? Now, not because what he's saying is not in the right place, but why? That's the whole point. Why do we decide to invest so much energy in analyzing what does not have what has nothing to do with our national interest or anybody, but other than the two people involved, right? I never see this kind of energy from Sheung, regarding the tax bill, right? Even when he was talking about Dele himself, the energy wasn't as this cooked because again, he's trying to talk about class system, but he also forget that I also live in the glass house, right? But that's what that's that's by the side. The whole point here is how does Kemi exchange with the vice president has anything to do with us? She's entitled to whatever the fuck she wants to say. And as far as I'm concerned, she's saying there what she needed to say for the interest that she represents. And why is that so hard for people to even understand? Me will understand, Rara. Anyway, let's go to another form of discussion, right? Before we come back to the issue of the day, Ekpa. I bet before we even start, if you know where this story of Ekpa asset frozen and whatever is coming from, please, I go like no because it took the same route that the first news took, but the difference this time around, at least we can trace that, or the first news, we can trace it to the seed. How they planted the seed. In other words, where the real news, the real story is coming from, which is National Bureau of Investigation of Finland this time around. So, but this one, I don't know, I couldn't even get beyond a fellow newspaper. Now, even the newspaper that they are all quoting, I can't even find the story on that newspaper website. Somebody should help me. Maybe my supplier is has something going on because I think Punch, Nigerian Punch newspaper, I break the news. And going by the Punch say they spoke with think about it. Punch got the news from YLE Nkwano. Then YLE are saying that it was an interview. I've been a punch. This in an interview they granted by to them by the newspaper international correspondent. I think that's it. That's it right there. So going to the website, you know, go see anything. Going to the newspaper website that they are quoting, nothing is there. So please, if anybody gets the origin, the source of this Ekpa detention, maximum security, what the zero security, frozen assets, and what have you they actually propagated, Abemona tell me. I want to know the source because it's not. I am not understanding it. I am not understanding it at all.
You asked. Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Dele Farotimi up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they're already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja, all of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendment. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country. Those agreements are very clear in their fundamentals. One of them, federal system. Nigeria is today not a federal system. Let's stop lying to ourselves. The word federal was brought to life by the American election. Each state has its own electoral body because it is essentially a country within a larger country. That was what our fathers agreed. Nobody agreed a situation where a clueless man will sit down inside a rock and begin to issue edicts and diktats to every other person. Nobody signed on for that in 1960. All the constitutional conferences, beginning from 1948 all the way to the 1951, all the way to 1960, each and every one of them was very clear and unambiguous. Nigeria was meant to be a federal system based on parliamentary democracy. It wasn't by accident that our fathers settled on parliamentary democracy. They wanted to make democracy as close to the people as it could be. So it simply meant that if you're a parliamentarian, you knew your people knew you. It was the aggregation of the parliamentarians that determined who became the prime minister, and they were also the ones at the regional level who determined who became the premier. So democracy was devolved. It was easier for the people to become involved. What we have today is not a democracy. What we have today is not a federation. We've just become a nation of liars who readily accept every lie that we are told.
So pretty much this This question was actually asked on VOP, right? Voice of the People, where we have our comrade in the struggle, Dr. Dameji, Flagship, KJ, and Show. And I think exactly this question was not literally the way Farotimi was articulating it, but the question in that line was asked regarding the southeast and the Nigerian states. If there is pretty much marginalization or the way things are, how can they, all the shit that we already know about. Anyway, I was surprised that pretty much everybody is saying the same thing. Nobody could actually see, fine, kind the constitution the way the situation of the Southeast today is largely reflected in the constitution. Nobody can actually make that parallel argument, right? Which is what Dele Farotimi is trying to paint. Then another obvious thing again is the political setting of the country. Everything goes hand in hand. When are they always talk to the same people who fought the civil war, gave us the same people, yeah, the same people for the civil war, gave us the constitution, and gave us the same political party we have today. So now the same spirit, right? So if you look at the political setting infrastructures of the country, you will understand that is literally him to put his side is far from power. Right? All you need to look first of all, even the state is like the state number is against them. Some people they get seven, why them they get five. Now, it was the spirit of that stateness that the political party ideology can stem from, right? When you have to have delegates that will be the one that will choose who becomes the president. I use those words deliberately. The delegates choose who becomes the president. And who are those delegates? Delegates, fine, we go by number, but number now you have to reflect the numbers of states, numbers of local government, and numbers of wards. So if you're already sure that in the numbers of states, automatically the local government number is against you. Automatically the numbers of wards is against you. So how do you do that, right? And a situation whereby they are trying to make the country to a two-sided political party. Easy. You can only try. So, but the fact that nobody could see that when that conversation come up, it'll make me like, okay, this is and I'll pick fight individually with this comrade when I see them for street. Anyway, so the question woven around Dele Farotimi, the fact that we young folks are not even give a fuck about it anymore. It behooves me, right? We pay attention to the theatrics around it. Oh, it's selling. The book is selling on Amazon. Can where the federal government doesn't have the jurisdiction or the power to stop Amazon from selling. That's not the point. You don't want the state to get involved. What do people don't understand with that? You don't want the states to get involved. These motherfuckers that control power, they don't give a fuck. They go shut the whole Amazon down for Nigeria. Now you go suffer them. They live in America anyway. Anything they want, they easily get them. But you wait there, you go suffer them. So the idea that that's the way we are paying attention to. Say yes, no, no fit stop Amazon for selling it. Okay, be careful what you ask for. It can be done. Go ask Elon Musk and Twitter and SpaceX. Them against Brazil. Brazil say if you no control the kind of information that is coming from Twitter that doesn't align with what we want that is coming from our citizens, you are in trouble. Elon Musk is like that. You want to serve us. You're going against free speech and all those good stuff. Then Brazil got to tell us, okay. First of all, we don't want to even see SpaceX. We don't even want to see Starlink. Whatever, everything that has to do with you in my in our country. And guess what? The guy don't get choice. That to say, okay. What the fuck do you want? So be careful. That's why it seems like there was Dr. Damage that was asking too after last week. This is what next? This is beyond Farotimi at this point. with the way these people are going, right? Because if you pay attention, there are other laws just coming from every nooks and crannies. So I asked last week when the news break out, who next and what next? For the fact that that is not important, overnight, your vice president begin fight innocent woman. Where where the hustle, where the other lady hustle, eh? Eh? Innocent woman. Now we should be proud of. When your day they hustle, how they are only the hustle. Eh? Our vice president just say, okay, well, now she nice, she won. I get it. You know, as I said, I will win. It was a good fight. She's cashing in. At one point, I'll give it to Show made a point. I think where now his closing remark. I know what he showed from the beginning, but his closing remarks on that video, because of the people, right? Show closing remarks. Show said something that I like. All right. I'm here. Show said, that was brilliant though. Show said, he said, when Badenoch first started to make noise, the media, like the British media, did not pay attention when he talking about her. But as soon as our Lawa Shetima pick up the story along the way, everybody begins to talk about how the news media in Britain begin to talk about her. That's what I've been talking about. That these two characters involved in the story, they are the one cashing in. Like all of it. And I asked that question yesterday, right? I mean, I made sure listen to yesterday, but even if you listen to me yesterday, it shows that you dey do your own work, right? Because the way you phrase it is that's just to organize to original. That's just like that's you. It can only come from you like that. So, and that's the question I asked yesterday. I said, these people who knows about her, what was the last time the whole fucking country was talking about our opposition leader of another fucking country? Other than America, which is okay, and obvious thing with that. But when all of a sudden we know Kemi Badenoch, like just like that. Now, that's a brilliant point and brilliant observation from Show. Then another side of the conversation that just like Show was able to actually just kill the argument, actually see a whole point. I think I said it before. The whole point of this woman doing what she did, one, she knows that people don't have any political power. That's why I challenge this whole idea of we. There ain't fucking way, right? If there's anything like we in Britain, like Nigerian in diaspora that has any kind of political power that can actually influence votes, that can actually influence policy, not in Nigeria, but over there in Britain. I beg, more than let me know. Yeah, I actually want to, work with them closely. So she understands that fact. All you guys can do now vote. I will not get choice. Who now want vote for? We either vote for her or you vote for you vote for Farage. Nigga Farage. That's why you vote for. You either vote for her party or you vote for the Reform Party. She understand that. In as far as there is no political power among we, there is no idea of we. Yes, everybody will begin to take shot and run away with it. That's one aspect. Two, what the hell y'all expect from her? She would even say there's more will pay. Yes, that's power game. She's speaking. She has a platform. That's what the platforms thrive on. So she's not. That's not coming from her. She's been motivated by so many things. Above all, she has to be a patriot. That's the number one thing that is required for a number one citizen. We don't understand that. So if that is not far from what the majority of the British are thinking, why do we want to shoot the messenger? It's a game, man. Oh, don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. This is a woman who stands on a hustle. Not even a shithole country will stand in our way, and I support that. Una fit vex all your fucking want, right? Do something about it. It is because we are powerless. We understand that. There's nothing we can do about it. How about with the verse? We can't do anything about her. Nothing. Our anger can only amplify her platform, which is exactly what she pointed out in the voice of America, voice of the people, right? That's the only thing that took away from that show. Even though they criticize them, you know. No, for real. Nothing. You the vest because you don't get power. How about you the vest? If you get power, do something about it. Organize, mobilize. That's the fastest way you can do, and see if you can put power. You don't have power. You guys are not organized under the party. If I see Nigerians under Tory, I be under whatever Labour Party they call these people now. Yes, something like that. But we'll come on air and start saying we who the fuck is we? And when I go the verse when the Biafra man come out and articulate his problem point frankly clear, and you know you can actually see it or feel it the way he or she's actually explaining it. Yes, all you can do is to just begin verse and begin insult people rather than to contact him with your own what you have, with your own story, with your own product. But you ain't got it. Now, why we shut him out from nowhere, where there is fire in his own freaking house, that his political future actually depend on this bill? Just imagine the bill no pass. You think Tinubu will go with it will be the guy again to be his running mate? That's not going to happen because at this point the Muslim package has been done with. You need to find another selling story now, which is the north and south. Now, if you don't find somebody who can help you actually put that message across convincingly, what's the point of having that person in the ticket? And that's the first assignment. They give you assignment. When Tinubu was presenting the deal to Nigerians, he left the country and I let the guy being in charge. Send it to the National Assembly. National Assembly sent it to NEC, which who was the one chairing the occasion of the day, and they rejected it frankly before even past second reading. And today, his kinsmen are saying no. One or two agreements have to be reached first. What is that agreement? I don't know because we don't give a fuck. I can't do. You understand? So this man understands exactly. And that's why they ask, how does this man sleep since all this tax bill continue? So for in the midst of all that, for him to still get time to the one focus on woman where they hustle on our own, and we people get all their feeling and buy into it. That's exactly what they want. Instead of us to be asking, why is the North saying no to this bill, and the South, everybody just go to sleep and just agree to it? Why? This is a question we should be asking, but we don't care. We are already interested in the conversation that has nothing to do with us, and will not even elevate our fight. Dele Farotimi and Afe Babalola is a serious case that we don't even care. Do you imagine what is coming next if actually Dele Farotimi lost the struggle? Can you phantom what is coming next? But all they care about, Amazon. Nigeria cannot stop Amazon from selling the books. Who told you that? Like, who the fuck who they deceive you? Unless Amazon is not making from Nigeria, how do Nigeria need to do to just say, come on, you don't want Nigeria government to get involved in this, even though they're behind it, in a way. But we don't care about that one. We told you are worrying about Simon Ekpa. Yes, Simon Ekpa. Again, if there's anybody that know where that story, the origin of that story, please let me know. Remember how the first story hit us overnight, and all the medias were all celebrating, right? And we could actually trace the source of that story, where it came from. It came from the National Bureau of Investigation of Finland, right? From there to court. Then within that process, the YLE get hold of the part of the news, and they run away with it. They begin to have one or two, three until it serves the purpose. Remember during that time, what happened? 2.2 billion was passed. Second reading was passed. This conversation was in were supposed to be in NS at that time, but we focus on. They were able to get our attention, focus on Ekpa. Now, today, on this particular news, Ekpa, they don't carry and go maximum prison. They don't freeze in assets. That is coming from now a Nigerian newspaper. They are saying they got it from YLE. My brothers and please, Mukuna go YLE website and help me bring the story out to see if we can read it together. Because I've been doing that for the since I wake up for the past almost 6 hours. I did try to see where is this story is coming from. All they could say about this story is that there is the international correspondent of Wiley newspaper had a conversation with Punch, and the story is not worth putting on their own website. So somebody should come and let me know where that story is coming from, other than just distraction. One I like now, share for the past, let me see, Mercy, what people they do. For the past, for the past 45 minutes, like 90 people has actually come and say hi and gone. Now only 3 people don't like and share. This is what's up, man. I still get 10 people right now in front of me. So share. I dey see. Anybody we like, I dey see. Looking at it, I ain't tripping. Okay, I need to trip. I'm not just bullshitting. Not sure. I ain't bullshitting. See, so I can literally tell how many people don't like and how many people don't share. So do that before we continue. Do that. Now 51 people, 51 persons, 51 motherfuckers for just 3 likes. Why? 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 Like, share, and subscribe before we continue. Like, share, and subscribe. So I'm still asking if you see anywhere where, I mean, the source of the story of Ekpa's arrest, please forward it to me so that we can crack it together. Because the fact that Punch, Vanguard, everybody, Sahara reporters, Cable, everybody is just copying and pasting the same story, citing the same source. But if I go down to the source, which is the newspaper that they are quoting, I can't find the story. So what's going on here? What's going on? Somebody should tell me what the story is about, if not be distraction. All right? We should be asking the vice president why in people no one supported the bill instead of him telling us to be debating about Kemi who's on a hustle. It's on a hustle. Now don't forget say the same vice president that said when when he said that the same situation when Kemi Badenoch dey so people seems to be forgetting easily. When the vice president himself was actually in the same situation, the same shoe, being an opposition leader who's looking to be win power. When they asked him about the restructuring, what did the motherfucker said? To hell with restructuring, right? Why? Why the guy talk that one? That's what this is saying. The same people when they invest, when they support, when they take article, I say article. Happen to be the famous vice president we have anyway. Whenever they take Kashim, check him aside right now, are the same motherfuckers that were so angry when when the man faced the same hate, he was on a hot seat, the same focus, the same trajectory that Kemi Badenoch is on right now. When they asked him about the structuring, the motherfucker said to hell with the structuring. That's what he said. And I remember people lost it. People went fucking gaga. So that's exactly what Kemi Badenoch is saying. I don't want power. Not even a shithole country who is standing our way. I will help her to crush that person. Everybody on the verse. Without just actually sit down and think, what's in it for me? What's in it for the vice president? What's in it for her? I mean, that's another simplest way of seeing things. If you are so confused, you don't know. As I always say here, there are three sides to a coin: the head, the tail, and the edges, right? So this time I just say it like that. Okay, why from no fucking where? Because this conversation about Kemi Badenoch just being on a hustle, it's been on there for the past 1 month. We don't talk about that here before. So all you need to do is okay, why is this man saying this shit? What is it for him? Right? Because it's all about interest. Then what is it for her? Why the response? Why she take that route? Then you see that what is it for you? At the end of the day, you find out that everybody get different interests. Then all you need to do as a political animal is to find the common ground. Right? Okay. Why is this man doing this? Why? It's not campaigning for anything. It must be. It's not that boy as a vice president with a country that is filled of so many things. As in there's no peace anywhere. Economically, spiritual, everything. Jaga jaga according to Idris Abdikarim. So where is this? Where you get this time to want to be, trying to make a point that has nothing to do with the moment? Maybe they trying to cover up something. What is he running from? Our people say if you see rats where they run in the afternoon, is that something they pursue or they pursue something? So what is he running for? What is he chasing? This time around, the two is happening at the same time. He's chasing cloud, he's chasing attention. For what purpose? Nobody saying they run platform like maybe saying they look for like, share, and subscribe, or they look for money. No. He needs that cloud to block exactly what he is going through, which is political future. What next for him as an individual political animal, right? What is the guarantee that after this bill, I will still be on the ticket coming in 2027? Or what is the even probability that the party will support me to be the flag bearer come 2031? Everything is around this bill because you have to face your principal, your guy, every day, knowing fully well that your guy he wants nothing other than the bill has to go. So that is enough for him and his political kingsmen to pound out on every day. The least they want is outsiders. Now we be outsiders. All these noisemakers to be prognosing in real business of the elite. Moku they have to come or why are they not supporting the bill? Why are they actually angry about the bill? Why are some people supporting the bill? Why are they not? These are the there's so many questions to ask, right? And eventually, if we stay there enough, we will see where the crack is, where the friction is, and we amplify it just to cause trouble on them. Right, so that's why I went again on Voice of the People, right, where them show and the rest, Dr. Emily on this morning. When they ask them, there is if when they brought chloroquine, Mesunan Daniel Boala's submission that the 2027 election is already gone. Now nobody they beat Tinubu, along that line. And to my surprise, everybody just follows the yes, yes, yes. flagship went all the way to say nothing can be done, even if they did they change. That's like, come on now. Nah. No. When you pay attention to noise, that's what you get. That's always going to be your conclusion. Complain and feel defeated. But when you pay attention to the real issue, like this tax bill, you understand that Bola Tinubu next election, to some extent, is hung on the bill passing. So imagine, say, the other part of the country, of course, the elites decide to just kill the conversation. We should not even have it at all in the south. Now only them don't agree because even themselves, their future depends on that. They don't want us to go. So imagine, say, we understand that and we join the dissenting voice from the other side. Tinubu will be out of power. But I don't know why people know the fee say they don't fit like that. And I think I actually threw a comment regarding on that show. Say, make the list, make if Trump and the mega movement could do it, I don't see why Tinubu cannot be out of power in 2027. Unless you don't understand the belief and the investment Democrats invested in this election. In fact, say they believe that nothing. In fact, nobody even want. They don't even want to hear them. Man of prestige you get witness. Anytime when I bring her out, say that the slack, you will just get angry. But those are the things. The Republican pay attention that as they understand that these people, their heads are so far in their eyes, they know they even understand what is going again. They came together, they work hard underground, meet all the noise that's going on social media and everywhere, and they pull it up. That's the same thing can also be done in Nigeria. But of course, anyway, the fact that all of them just say yes, Tinubu is coming, I was like, okay, that's exactly how they want you to think, and if they're so doing, it will be easy for them to carry out what they are doing. I said it before. When the cable after the bull say we ever in the event and they go to Chicago, I say no, even up to today, nothing has been done to say come. Yes, we all have agreed that the election was rigged. We all know how, where, everything they use, broad daylight. But nobody is actually say come. Let's take the issue one by one and see. Shouldn't just once make sense. That's the only sense I know he has ever made. Since I don't know him for the past 60 years, it has only make one sense. You say, if somebody spend 5 naira, I mean, you didn't use that particular amount, say, or $5, 50, whatever that person spend to do you bad or to deceive you or to win you, whatever, the best you can do is to make sure next time, next year, he spend twice, 3 times that amount of money before it happen again. That's a very perfect analogy of actually fighting these guys, politically speaking. So how are the disgruntled working hard to make sure if now 1 million you spend in rigging last election, you have to spend 10 million this time. If now the village headmaster that you use, you have to make sure you have to use the village. Yeah, we know how, but he said no, nobody is doing that. And when I talk say the elite, the people, both the government, the power, and the people of power, they are the same thing. They understand that's how we think, and they call us along that line every step of the way. So by the time you begin to ask, okay, what is in for Kemi? What is in for Kemi is what she said on Voice of the People. Before now, the British media weren't talking about Kemi. Today they were talking about her because of the response from the vice president. It's a win for her. That's a woman who knows what she's doing. Instead of you to go all emotional about her, study her game. There's a reason why she gets to where she is right now. She's a typical example of what the Americans say, Mama Henry is no fool, right? She knows her onions. She knows the terrain that she's playing in. She understands what she's in for her. She knows what she wants. And my brother, as I said, not even a shit country who are not politically organized that can stand our way. Individually, everybody feel the best for Britain. That's all the Nigerian business. That's all y'all can do. That's it. But politically, y'all cannot do shit. You cannot come together and vote against her. You cannot come together and push it. Like nothing. You can't even campaign against her. We're in there, yeah. So she understands that. She knows what she is doing. That regardless of how the thing come out to be, she will still come out benefiting. And as I said, now when you they see now the party in power now, this time whatever they call that their prime minister, now their competitor. That's what you got. That's not her competitor. Our competitor is the Reform Party, not just Federal. That's a competitor. And if you understand that man's philosophy and his ideology and what he believes in, you understand that that is the same rhetoric that is bringing to the table. So Kemi just decided to stay ahead, regardless of how people see. If you say now another white man like Najak Farage, I don't think the controversy will always the racist, that's all we can do. But it's because, as I said, whenever we can relate to something or somebody, we know they always like that kind of thing. We can relate to her. We all felt we they feel our pain. we they, but the fact that she, regardless of what we can relate to her with, socially she's killing it. So that's why people they vex. We seem to forget that she's being motivated by something, by power, by the office, but most importantly, that is what is required of her. Put the country fucking first. She's not supposed to care about you and how you feel. That's not what the job it takes. If she has that kind of lily liver, she will not be the leader of the party today. So when she's the one, just like when people come out and say, "Oh, Barack Obama should not have signed the gay law," and all like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? You need to be in their shoe first. When you are in that seat, then you can criticize. But as far as you don't even know what it takes to get there, then shut the fuck up.
Let's overcome our fears. Let us see how economic reforms as being unfolded can be a new opportunity for us to reset, reconfigure, and reshape the economy of our region. Insult, abuses, innuendos, and all sorts of tantrums being thrown to a bill like this will not help us. And for those of us who are representing the people, it is time for you to study the bill. I've seen a senator on TV talking about this reform. It's clear that he doesn't even read what is in the content of it. They just ramble and talk to sentiment. And how can that help?
There's no point in them reasoning about the study whether they know say the thing will pass. The public that the thing will affect drastically don't care about it. So who cares? The young people who are going to be here for long to feel the brunt of that bill don't give a fuck. So why? Sorry, I beg you, like and share. So far, we have over 82 people that hear the platform while we hear live, and now only 5 people don't like. So since the time I cuss everybody out, only 2 people took it to heart and like. So like, share, and subscribe. I have 5 people that I like so far, and as I said, 82 people has hit us up for the past 1 hour. So what it means that at least every minute that goes by, 2 people will come. No, maybe not two, one person, but it's averagely one person. So
The captain, Kenya United.
The captain, Ghana United, Suleiman Damba.
I am a goalkeeper,
Stephen Joseph.
last man Hamza Abubakar.
My name is Julie James.
My name is Shadrach Hassan, Kenya United goal machine. My name is Manjura Usman.
My name is Yusha Ismail Muhammad Kopa, Ekomeba. Shaya Abraham. Enoch Edison.
Let's put our hands together for Daddy. Our president can play basketball. Waziri yana da wato asali ready because the ball.
So now, at a time where pretty much the push against Bola Tinubu from the north is becoming under one umbrella, right? It's becoming a consensus thing, right? It used to be the governors, it used to be some, few senators, it used to be some. Now, the consensus is coming together. The governors are in the same accord with the traditional rulers, with the what have you. So who is the face? Who is spearheading it if it's not the vice president? If it's not Shetima, who is the face? Could it be that Abubakar? Because the man, body posture, body language is something to pay attention to.
You think leadership is a common case? No. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Whenever you are in leadership, look at what happened to Donald Trump. In America, where security is everywhere. Yet, 2 times now they wanted to kill him. Every profession has its own risk. If you're not willing to take the risk that is attached to any profession, step aside so that people who are given that mind by God will go ahead and serve God in that capacity. If you're an actor and an actress and you say you're not going to hug babes and you're not going to kiss them, step aside. Because that's what the job is. Don't come and say you're a born-again Christian. That's what the job entails. If you're a politician and you can't stand for your people that voted for you, and because you don't want to die, step aside. Because that's what the job entails. Any politician that is not behaving like Simfubara, who will resist and protest when his rights are trampled upon, knowing that our judicial system, knowing that our electoral system have failed us, that any politician who will not stand his ground, no matter the risk to his person, I said I will not speak for that politician again, and I maintain it. And you can see what is happening, because we can't go forward. We calm down. If Simfubara has been saying calm down, do you know where River State would have been? He said he's ready for them. He's fully prepared. The election must go on. The election must hold. Winners must be declared. They will be sworn in. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I am looking for leaders who would say nobody will rig my election. And if you rig my election, I will fight. Nigerians, come out and fight. If they kill anybody, let them kill all of us. Oh yes, and thank God I'm seeing it happen. what Fubara did, was he advocating for violence? Was he advocating that the law should be broken? No. He was advocating for his right. That's my opinion. That's my advocacy. We must advocate for our right and stand by it. I did not disqualify anybody. I don't have that right. I said I am not going to speak for anybody going forward except this person meets this criteria. In any case, we have finished 2023 election. It's over. 2027 election has not come. So anybody who is saying betrayal, what am I betraying? There is nothing on ground. When I was a spokesman in 2023, I did my job creditably well, and we convinced Nigerians on what we believe is right. But you can see that in Nigeria, you not only have to have the power to win election.
So those they say I betray Konkoso, election is still where there's nothing to betray. Now, on a more serious note, when Dele Farotimi was arrested in Nigeria, broad daylight, no be say na we don't know. I tried to see how many what did they call them? Our national newspaper, Nigerian national newspaper, actually carried it. Like almost 24 hours. I didn't see as much as they did with Ekpa coverage, which pretty much everybody carried within the first 1 hour. Now let's go fast forward to today again. Right? How long ago now? This is 12 noon from where I live. Let's say now 12 hours ago, and the news broke. Right? Let's see how many people, how many national, how many of our newspapers carry on. Pretty much all of them. Newspaper inside Finland toughest prison when Esamon Ekpa share wings with killers. That's a punch. Finland freezes Simeon Ekpa's assets, place him on Kiomakoski ranks as #1 dangerous breed, as Sahara reports. BBC, latest on Simeon Ekpa, Finland authority takes more step against IPOP. That's interesting. Let me see what BBC said. Latest on Simeon Ekpa, as authority for Finland take more step against IPOP promoter. Someone Ekpa Finland don't clock na BBC na Hausa na my pidgin, so na the same thing. The same thing like punch. Now, terrorists. That's now terrorism. Finnish court set May 25th. Okay, this was punch. This is on the old news. So pretty much, the son Simeon Ekpa, Biafra agitator, access frozen by Finnish. You see, all the national people are pretty much picket within the first few hours. They don't do like that from Dele Farotimi. If you go back to that day that Dele Farotimi was picked up, the news did not circulate the way this one did. So the question you should ask yourself, why? The fact that nobody saying that the news is coming out from them, Dele Farotimi home, they will be like, okay, yes. Once you read that for national news, you know that it's now authentic, right? So that they call somebody neighbor, whatever, because the whole process was played out broad daylight. But still, our news agencies were struggling to carry it the way they are slaughtering around Ekpa's news. That none of them can say this is the source of the news where it's coming from. All of them they copy and paste the same thing, And why this one even bad is that you can't even go beyond YLE, which is one of the national newspapers in Finland. And when you go to YLE website, there's nothing like that. So the question now is, okay, where this news come from? It came from, they say, one of their international correspondents grants an interview with Punch newspaper and is making headline in our own local newspaper, but nothing is not even in that Finnish paper website. And again, no international newspaper or news agency has carried this news so far. So, Kilonshele MB, what's going on? What is going on? Somebody tell me another story. Tell me the same story in a different way they say, so that I will believe that.
Just before we won the elections and got sworn into office, no thanks to the NBA conference in this same Lagos, in this same venue, I pinned down and trended the internet for almost a month for wearing sneakers to I thought that will be the last time I will be invited or I will speak at your conference. However, it is revealing to see that wearing sneakers or not is not a requisition to be at NBA events. Actually, I was the hottest revelation. I could remember the famous Nigerian author, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. When we were holding the conversation up here, she was busy taking my pictures, and, I was wearing my Mango Park suit, I had to retrieve my...
So, in the midst of, just pay attention. That's he's supposed to be the number one public official coming from the northern axis. So if it's a consensus as we speak today that they should go against Bola Tinubu's tax bill, based on what they think is against what they stand on, and vice president who the policy is coming from their own they are from their own angle, is playing psychedelic attitude to joking around with all this crap. I know that's an old video, but I'm just telling you how the guy they playing game they come. Why people should understand that him drawing our attention to Kemi Badenoch, it's not out of play. He's doing that because of the fire that is coming from home. So now listen, in an APC representative, that's why I said his future either he continues to be the vice president going to 2027, or if he's going to be the one that will anchor the ticket come 2031, is anchor on this tax bill that they are trying to push our attention away from, to either to believe that someone Ekpa is going through hell, which they cannot found. As far as I speak, nobody can tell me where the purported news of Ekpa has been transferred to maximum prison and his access has been freezing. Nobody can actually say this is where the news is coming from. Everybody is just forgetting, right? But listen to why I say Kena Atiku, the actual BD, might be the face of the Northern consensus going forward. Now look at this. Look, make I play. Where is in the same vein, the same spirit of going against the bill? This is who is articulating what the elite of the North actually saying behind all the noise.
What the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in Rome. What has Lagos done to earn that? So Lagos is getting all of that money. And now you're saying, oh yeah, that money is ours, that money is ours. No, it isn't. Lagos is what it is today thanks to the Nigeria's Commonwealth. All the infrastructures were built by Nigerian Commonwealth. The ports, the bridges, the everything. If anybody asks you, you must pay. So people need to be sensible. We are the resistance they call in the old Zulu adage, Ubuntu. You are who you are because of me. It's common humanity. Northern governors met in Kaduna to talk about VAT. Oh, and they want to accrue more money. Let me say that they were not there for God and country or for the region. They were collecting there because they're not going to get more money. So this selfishness, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, and the president is following that, it's raising antenna alarm in the north. To all that, yes, and the president has sent a bill to the House about his tax reform. That is his right as the executive. But it is the right of our representatives, and we are watching them very closely. It is the right of our representatives to fight for us and kill that bill if it does not do well for the people they are representing. End of story. There is no argument. There is no argument. This is what democracy is. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his own cannot do things without reverting back to the House. And we have our representatives there that we will hold accountable.
So if the vice president is fooling around, who are those representatives that he's talking about? But first of all, let's go back to where he was making a case for against Lagos, that Lagos is built by the spirit of Ubuntu. We are because you are. That's just rhetoric. Not a lie. And again, I think I overheard KJ trying to make that argument too on Voice of the People this morning. Lagos is Lagos because they could and they can and they will and they are always maintaining reasonable pace. Why people actually trying to just let go of these obvious things? You can say anything about Lagos State, no matter how, whatever confusion started, they find way to quench them before it go out of hand. A lot of headquarters are located in Lagos today based on that single fact. Warri and Rivers, Port Harcourt used to be the breadwinner of all these multinationals. What happened? By the time that area begin get confusion, we have to find where peace is. They keep avoid even the Kano that we know today is a commercial center, commercial city for a reason. There used to be a reasonable peace. Where there is peace, everybody wants to study, and once convergence is there, anything is possible. I don't understand.
And I just take the last part of Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate because the order paper is clear and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. This thing is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it's matter of urgent national importance, yes, we do have matters of urgent national importance. But even those matters normally is referred to the next legislative date or another legislative date. Please, I beg you in the name of God,
in the name of God, this matter is very, very important to not only us, but Nigerians that we represent. And we swear by Bible and Holy Quran that will represent the interests of the people. These people partially have spoken. The governors, the National Economic Council, and that makes
you have made your point. Can I respond to you?
You can rule me out of order.
Let me respond. Let me respond to you. Now, please, we are not here for rhetorics. We are acting on fact. Excuse me. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order. Please.
You, because you are sitting there saying saying it's written.
I know.
Are you saying, Mr. President, that a Senate?
No, leave me. Allow him. Wait a minute.
Is that fair to yourself? Now rule me out of order.
Okay, thank you very much. We're giving you a chance to speak. Please, I refer you to order 1B, which the leader came under. Can you read order 1B for me, please? Can you read order 1B? Okay. Order 1B read as follows. In all cases not provided for in this standing order, or by sessional or other orders or practice of the Senate shall by resolution regulate its procedure. This is what we have just done. This is the resolution that we have just passed. You needed to have known what we have done. I therefore rule you out of order.
Okay, so let's do this again. I have about within the last 1 hour 26 minutes, I have about 128 people that come and say hello, hi already. So, and that's only produced 7 likes. Y'all can do better. So if you are watching, if you will watch, anytime you come across this video, the like and share and subscribe button is always active. They know they expire. You can always like, share, and subscribe at any time of the day, any time of the week, of the year. Even if you put down for your will self, somebody will edit that part that they should like the video and share whenever you are no longer here. So that's the energy I'm coming with. One round 37 people, and only 7 people has liked. Don't do that. There are 8 people right now with me, but for the past 1 hour 30 minutes, we have 137 people who have come across this platform within the last 1 hour 30 minutes, and 7 of them decide to like. Let me see how many people subscribe within those. Get like 2 people subscribed within the last hour. I take that. 3 people subscribed. 1 just subscribed again. As I refresh. Thanks for that. Kudos. Thanks. That means I ain't wasting my time going live. See, they try measure and either become live or to the record video day. For me, recording video and post now like propaganda is more propaganda, right? You have to edit some kind of things, but this is live. You get what you are here for. Live, no surprises, right? If there's any surprise that will pop up, you are also going to be part of that surprise. So that's the difference between a live show and and a recorded show. So I think come here, I think just go record, talk what I like, what would suit me, how I want it to be, and just put it out there, which I can go back and edit before I even put it out. But this is live. And let me see again how many people are there. So 143 people has stopped by and 7 has liked. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I go and I'll be back. Thank you for watching. Please, as you we exit, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll go back. I'll go and prepare for another section. That's what I will do. Ciao, ciao.